They cook the cooking chili and stuff. It's like we're putting the 3 fucking
It's time for the Gettin Outdoors podcast, Town Country United Bank Lake Millis Ferry Weekend Hunting and Fishing Report. A weekly update on water conditions, ramp events, generating schedule, what's biting, and seasonal hunting information with outdoor reporters Joe Allen Dunn, Kevin Sims, and Shane Jones. This weekly hunting and fishing report is brought to you by the good folks at Town Country United Bank in Camden, Alabama, serving their customers for over 40 years. Town Country United Bank's highest priority is satisfied customers. Now, here's your weekend Lake Millis Ferry hunting and fishing report.
Come summertime, we're feeling fine, fishing on the lake, flipping jigs in Carolina rigs, from early morning till real late. Bonfires on the creek bank, kick back a couple beers. Yeah, we command the outdoors around here. Yeah, we command the outdoors. Yeah, we command the outdoors. Next year's doves until you know winter's on the way. Brushing blinds and deer stands. Fever starts to creep. Fill our freezers full of ducks, lots of tender deer. Yeah, we command the outdoors around here. Yeah, we command the outdoors. Yeah, we
another one on the B&B Silver Shade.
So grab your guns and shells, boys. Put on your camouflage. 'Cause we command the outdoors around here. We command the outdoors.
Team Bigfoot in the house.
Shane Jones, crappie.
Got it.
First one, 2023, smackdown.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the Town Country United Bank Hunting and Fishing Report, the Getting Outdoors podcast 244, and we are live at the
Big deal. You know, whenever I came on the show, the first podcast I was on there with you was 67.
Okay, and now we're at 244.
That's right.
But anyhow, we got opening weekend coming up this weekend. I just got through doing the podcast with Michael Bragg and David Kissane with his hunting dog Lucy, who is a Texas Blue Lacy is her breed, and it's a very interesting conversation. Shane, you had a little wounded game recovery this weekend yourself, didn't you? This week?
Yeah. Yes, right. I shot a little old doe with my bow, and the deer jumped in where they piled some wood up in a little cutover. It's overgrown. I knew the doe went in there, and my brother hadn't been on too many tracks this year. I said, well, bring Tiger on down here because I'm pretty sure she's right in here. And he went in there and got her and got his little petting and all that stuff. He does a good job.
Now tell us about how that dog went in them briars. That's a pretty good story.
It was funny. I knew I shot the doe and she ran 40 yards down the hill. And she jumped and landed in that wood pile. I knew she didn't come out. So she expired pretty quick. So I wasn't sure. There's 5 wood piles down there. But when it got dark, I couldn't tell. And it was thick. And, this time of year, still got rattlesnakes and briars and everything else. So we got Tiger on the trail and he went down the hill there, just loping down like he does. And he seen the deer in there and knew he smelled her, and he gonna go around the backside, thought he could go in that way. There wouldn't be no briars. And he come to the front and he kind of looked at me and I said, go get her. And he just weaved his way through them briars and he snatched on her a little bit and he come out and sat down and wanted me to pet him then. So that's when the petting started. So He's smart as can be. I'm telling you, it's
And
amazing.
all those blood tracking dogs are, and they're amazing, amazing animals. Hey, I want to shout out to Mr. Jimmy Brock. Mr. Jimmy had some surgery this week up in Birmingham. They released him today, and he's at home with his daughters up there in Birmingham. And he said he's going to tune in and listen. I sure hope he gets well and comes on back home. He had a guest, Smokey Sam from Birmingham, went by there and checked on him last night. So Coy, Alabama was well represented with Mr. Jimmy last night. Appreciate him tuning in tonight. Let's see what we got going on this weekend. I guess the big news this weekend is the gun season comes in Saturday. The second season of dove season comes in Saturday. And also, if any of you want to, I wish y'all would go to the Deer Season Sunday. That will be this coming Sunday at the Camden Baptist Church in Camden, Alabama. Christian comedian Lee McBride will be entertaining the crowd. It will be a free lunch at 11:30 at the Camden Baptist Church. So y'all try to make that this weekend if you can. That's the only thing I got going on this weekend, except for opening of gun season. And I tell you, if opening gun season is anything like youth season, buddy, they laid some deer down this weekend.
Nice deer.
What they did.
It's a special duck season this weekend, I think, too, isn't it?
That is correct. Saturday, it is a free duck season. I think it's for veterans, active military, and youth. I think that's what it is. Youth can go duck hunting this Saturday. Yes, sir. You're right. I'm glad you remember that, Joel.
And I got them gas and calls in there if they need one.
And the Wilcox Area Chamber Big Buck Contest is going on. If you hunt in Dallas, Lowndes, Butler, Monroe, Clark, Marengo, or Wilcox County, you need to get your ticket. $20 adult, $10 youth. They're giving away over $15,000 worth of prizes. And I'm going to tell you, it's a lot of money left on the table every year. And you might see that big deer killed, and it might be the biggest deer, but they give so many prizes, and so they draw 3 times a year, $250 just to have your ticket. So it's a whole lot going on in that Wilcox Area Big Buck Contest. I'll tell you, me and William Malone said in the first week meeting, golly, my mind's gone blank. Morgan, that works at the bank. I want to say Justin. It ain't Justin, but anyway, he developed this contest, and me and William Malone went to the first meeting, and when we came out of there, we were both very, very apprehensive because we had been doing so many. We've done so many of these contests, and so many of the Josh Morgan, thank you. Josh Morgan, I don't know why I want to say Justin. Josh Morgan was the one that developed it. Me and William were apprehensive. But I can tell you that I think this is about the 14th year we've done it. And I can tell you without hesitation, it is the biggest and best big buck contest of anywhere I know of. I mean, they give away over $15,000 worth of prizes, and they do a great job. Josh scores all of them on the Boone and Crockett scoring system, and it's just a great contest. And if you don't get your ticket, you kill a big deer, you're going to really, really be sorry that you did. Did y'all see the article that David Rayner wrote this weekend in his weekly column about this last year was the second year in a row that we have had a hunting season without a fatality. And that is good news. So we're starting out this year, and I hope we have 3 years in a row without a hunting fatality. I really did. And I guess the breaking news today is I got a picture of a cow that had fell off a 30-foot bank right there above Holly's Ferry. And it was on Abe Cook's property, so it was Abe Cook's cow. And I did get up with Abe, and him and Mark Childers are gonna put a boat in and go get the cow. But I got a call from Abe a while ago and told me that he was going back to the pasture and push about 3 or 4 more cows off the cliff because he ain't never had so many good-looking women call him in one afternoon as he did the women call him about that cow. Does that sound like Abe Cook or what?
Just like
Yeah. Y'all remember what Crom told me about that alligator that walked on his hind legs down there and got out in the pasture and butted heads with the bull, you know, and that's what we was worried about. That hind leg walking alligator might have ate that calf. Let's get to the Town Country United Bank hunting and fishing report for the weekend. Well, it's opening weekend of gun season, and I call I don't call them anymore. I go to the website, and the Miller's Ferry Powerhouse tomorrow will be running 3 units from 4 a.m. to 9 a.m. They'll be running 1 unit from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. and running from 10 p.m. to 12 p.m. 1 unit. At Jones Bluff from midnight to 3 a.m. 1 unit, from 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. 1 unit, from 4 a.m. to 7 a.m. 4 units, and from 7 p.m. till 8 p.m. 3 units, from 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. 1 unit. So that is the way they're going to run it. Water temperature 60 to 64 degrees. It needs to get a little cooler, doesn't it, Shane?
Yeah, I need to get in the 50s. That's what it's coming.
We've already talked about Shane's deer. Venison LLC is open. They open in the morning from 5 to. And I think John told me when the season starts Saturday, he'll be open, all day long. The youth had a great weekend. Get your Wilcox Area Chamber Big Buck Contest tickets. I want to thank all you kids that sent me those pictures. I mean, it really did work me this weekend, but it's a labor of love. I promise you. I love to see those kids kill those deer. Now, I might not get you adults pictures up as fast as I got them kids pictures up, but keep them coming. And remember to practice safety, safety, safety. And I do, if you would, wear your hunter's orange when you send me that picture. It don't bother me, but a lot of people do. It does. So it doesn't take long just to put that hunter's orange hat. I know when you leave the woods and you get in the back of the truck, you take your hat off, stuff like that, to take the picture. But just, if you would, leave that hunter's orange on for me. We mentioned dove season, second season of dove season comes in Saturday, goes out to 26. And I'm thinking now, you correct me if I'm wrong, Joe Allen, the wheat deal is over with. You can't put no wheat out no more, can you?
I'm not sure, but I would think not.
I think the end that it was sometime in November was the last day you could legally plant wheat to be an agricultural practice. I believe I'm right about that.
Yeah, the date on topsoil, it's got a start-finish date on topsoil. You're right.
Yeah, I think that's over with. So y'all be careful. Y'all be careful out there doing that. And I did have this on my note, Joe Allen. It is a special youth, vet, and active duty military duck season on the 18th. That all you people that are youth, 15 and under, veterans, and active duty military can hunt ducks this weekend. Yes, sir. You sure can. Right. And the regular season comes in, duck season comes in the 24th and 25th, and then it comes back in December the 2nd through January the 28th. So I think David Gaston's out there in Arkansas right now. I see all them videos he's putting up.
Well, it was last weekend.
All right, catfishing. I don't have any reports. Big Bama Bryant did go after he left you the other day, Joe Allen. I don't think he caught but one fish. I see where Stacy's got his Smackdown catfish holders on Amazon now. I'm glad of that.
Walmart too.
Huh?
Walmart online too, I think.
Oh, yeah. Well, good. Lee, I got a bunch of messages over here. Let me look over here and see Big Mama Bryant on here. Michael Hilliard. Jared Hudson said he enjoyed the sale at Don Sports, and that was a good interview you did too, Jared. I appreciate you doing that. Danny Jordan, old Bud, shout out to Don Sports for having that event Saturday. The ribs were really good. I got me some of them ribs too, Bud. Michael Hilliard said, ask Don if he has number 8 lead shot for a reload at his store. You got any bulk number 8 reload?
No. The lead shot and stuff, that's a thing of the past. We don't try to carry it no more.
Okay. Kendall Pate needs some deer meat. Well, it's plenty of, you finna be able to get plenty of it, Kendall. Just let me know. Leon says the Monroe County Bassmasters have a tournament at Bridgeport on Black Friday. I got that on my notes too, Leon. That's after Turkey Day Classic every year that the Monroe County Bass Anglers put on. Denise is on here, Kevin.
She got her a new tablet today. She's probably looking on the big screen today.
That's good. All right, Shane, let's go to crappie fishing. You're the only one on this crew that went crappie fishing this weekend, and you had 2 good days. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, I did. I had a guide trip Saturday, and I had a guide trip Sunday. We had to fish for them. Like I said, the water's still clear. It's you have to put it on their nose with that live scope. I'll be honest with y'all. You have to cover a lot of water, but you can still get them to bite. I mean, we kept, I think, 17, 18, maybe Saturday, and I think we had 22 Sundays. So it wasn't just outrageous like it was the weekend before, excuse me, but it was still steady. And I think we're probably the only ones out there. There was some bass fishermen, but there wasn't many crappie fishermen out there this weekend.
Your rod sponsors on here, Lost Creek Custom Rods and Tackle.
We used his rods all weekend. I got to introduce some guys. The guys I carried Sunday, they don't do a lot of jig fishing at all, so they got to cast to them, and I enjoyed that. I enjoy that just as much as, teaching somebody how to get their jig down in the cover and fish and catch fish. And it's so hard for me to break them habit. People don't realize they're so used to fishing in the spring, they'll throw their spinning reel and click their bail as soon as it hits the water. And I'm like, hey, buddy, we're fishing 12, 14 foot deep. You got to leave that thing open. And they don't realize when they click that, their bait's swinging right back to the boat, and the fish is sitting here, and their bait never even gets to it. Even if you don't have a live scope, you got to get that bait down in that cover.
Kevin and Joe Allen, the first time I ever fished with Shane Jones, I compared him to my 3rd grade school teacher, because that's what he was hollering at me like I was a student,
Yep. Me too.
I try to. It's really. I get antsy and hey, I get fired up. But hey, I want you to catch that fish. I'm not hoping you don't get. But if you don't get near it, we don't give ourselves a chance to catch it. So
that's right, and that is the mistake so many people make. I know I do. Is when you are jig fishing. Now, when you drop shot in that minnow, you know where that minnow is, because we always drop it to the bottom and reel it up about 3 times. But when you are jig fishing and you're in 15, 20 foot of water and you're using a 16-ounce jig, and you ain't got that live scope, you got to get that jig down where the fish are. And mistake I made was popping that bail and reeling it way above them fish. And I think that's one of the biggest mistakes people make.
I agree, Big Daddy. A 16th ounce jig on 6-pound line will fall a foot a second. Okay. But you factor in the current. Mm-hmm. Hey, we're talking, it might be every second and a half. So, if I throw a weedless jig, everybody knows that. I want to be filling that timber. So if you throw in there and ain't ticking any timber, trying to get a reaction of that crappie, especially if they don't want to bite, that's the difference between catching and going home empty-handed.
That's exactly right. And I tell you, if you have a live scope, the first thing I do when I pull up on and find those fish and they 12 foot deep, the first thing I do before I even try to catch a fish is I throw that jig out there and count down to where those fish are. And then if I lose my jig in the trash, then I I can still count down to where the fish are.
That's right. Joe Allen sells those B&B weedless. I mean, that's why they're weedless, guys, to get it in the timber. Those fish, people don't realize that trunk of that tree, especially right now, that trunk of that tree is like this. Those fish are sitting under that trunk, okay? Mm-hmm. So when you throw your bait here and that bait drops down and you're working it, if you work it over here, you may have some hot fish come up above it. But if you don't get down in there and get one's attention, even if you don't use live scope, you got to get them to react and engage your bait. So if they're sitting under here and your jig's way up here, it ain't happening.
It ain't gonna happen. And if they up under that tree and you get out of that beam and you ain't gonna be able to see that jig, you count it down and you know you're down there with it.
So if you get that jig falls down there again, like I said, to those fish, they're setting 10 foot deep. Your jig falls on right here. It's coming and it disappears. Just keep that cadence. Just keep reeling. If he wants to hit it, he's going to come out there and get it. Even if you lose your jig, because there's a trunk of a tree, there's fish, you'll lose your jig in there amongst those fish. Just keep reeling.
I tell you, I saw a post that the Conservation Department Fisheries Division put up this week, Joe Allen, about Prairie Creek above the Jones Bluff Locking Dam. That is probably the most underfished area on the Alabama River up that Prairie Creek. Me and old Dennis Willis used to tear them up this time of the year on that riverbank up there. Prime fishing. Have you ever fished up there, Shane?
No, I have never fished up there. I've been threatening to go down there, but I haven't been. I know John, my podcast partner, he loves it down there.
Yeah, I mean it is some big fish up there.
What year was that where that the crappie tournament was up there? It was one of the biggest sacks weighed in one day up there on Jones Bluff.
Yeah, that was up there. That was Crappie Masters, and they went out of Swift Creek, and they broke every record. They broke every national record. That was before they went to Grenada. But before they went to Grenada, Jones Bluff, above Jones Bluff, Alabama River, that's where the big fish were.
Yeah.
That's it.
I mean, Dennis Willett, my buddy Dennis Willett, he caught 2 3-pounders in one day. 2 3-pounders in one day.
Yeah.
So I was glad to see that report. All right, Shane, if they're coming to Miller's Ferry or Demopolis this weekend, what is your forecast? I know you going to Florida. We're getting a little rain, but this rain is not affecting the water pool. It might be affecting the clarity of the water.
No, it's still clear, guys, and they can get a good look at your bait. So keep the bait moving. Don't stop reeling, live scope or not. Any shad color bait, your monkey milks, your all that good stuff. So just like I said, just get you a 1/16 ounce jig, tie you an 1/8 on there, and get it in that timber. Get you some weedless jigs and beat on that timber. Get them to your rat. You'll catch a few fish. But once you catch 3 or 4 fish, and you go 20 minutes without a bite, move on and come back. Because I've seen trees this weekend that had 200 fish in them, but you wouldn't get but a couple to bite. So you just have to move around.
Trey Wade said he's waiting on his live scope trip with you, Shane.
Yeah, we're supposed to get together and do something.
Hey, if you did well, I heard now, Joe Allen, this is what I heard Saturday, that Travis Powell came through there and bought $200 worth of weedless jigs. Did he buy you out?
No, he bought a few. Want me to promise I'd go out and show him how to use them. I told him I might would. I'll lose a little bit. Yeah, The big thing was his daughter won the Gaston call, and David said he would give her a lesson and show her how to use that thing, because he knows good and well Travis ain't.
Yeah, well, Rayleigh won the call, and then she went and killed her first deer that afternoon.
Sure did.
I'm proud of that young lady.
Sure did.
All right, let's go to bass fishing. Brett Marine had that tournament up at Selma City Marina. Tim and Tommy Jones won it. They had a bag of fish that was 16 plus. But Kevin, they had a 685 spot in that bag.
Woo! Yeah, that comes between Jones Bluff Dam and Selma on the jetties.
That's close to a record right there.
No, it was Now I remember we got a 7-pounder in Demopolis. Remember Kevin at the McKnight tournament one time, a spot 7 pounds.
Almost 10 pounds now. The state record 9 and some heavy change.
It wasn't that big long ago.
Yeah.
The Bridgeport City Landing was slam full. I didn't know about the tournament, but I asked Trey, and Trey said it was a bass club out of Florida called the Barrel Mouth Bass Club. And I don't know what they did, but they had they had that parking lot full, so it was 30 or 40 boats.
Yeah, that was Sunday, wasn't it? Was it Sunday?
Yeah, they fished Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, I've seen them all on the river this weekend.
But what about bass fishing, Kevin? What are you hearing? I know you ain't been, but I know you talking to everybody that go.
Yeah, and, I didn't get no heavy duty reports. That spots are starting to get going. The temperatures getting down in the range we need. Getting some consistency on the powerhouse. On getting those they ain't no different. Than when the powerhouse is doing their thing and the moon hits in line with that, it's all on then, And the fishing, the shad, you got big balls of shad. I've been told that the guys telling me, said they're really small still. We probably got another month before the shad, but we still need about your A-rig, swim bait, stuff like that. You need a little bit more temperature to come out of the water. Need to get in that 55, 58, 54 like that. But the shad, they grow fast. The shad right now, they're an inch and a half long like minnows, and then they're finna start like going.
Well, this weekend, the weather, I think it's going to be pretty. It might be a little chilly. I hadn't looked at any wind reports, but I think it's going to be cold this weekend. But it's going to be a good weekend, not only to get in the woods and hunt them deer, get in the water, catch them bass, catfish, and crappie. And dove season's coming back in. I don't know anybody that's having a dove shoot, but my doves have showed back up, Joe Allen, at my house. They have.
The new birds and migratory ones coming in, them big ones.
Them big ones, hey, they're a little easier to hit.
I'm ready to shoot.
Yeah.
They're a lot slower. That's the ones I used to wait on.
I say Billy Black's on here with the Monroe County Bass Anglers next Friday. Now, this is Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, is the annual Turkey Day Classic. That's always a great tournament at Bridgeport City Landing, and it's a great, if you want to fish in a good bass tournament, that will be the day. Well, while your wives are gone shopping Black Friday, you need to go get in that tournament, and they'll be down there bright and early next Friday morning. Of course, we'll talk about that Friday morning on the live show. What about next weekend, guys? Y'all want to take a week off? Y'all want to come on here next Wednesday and do the show?
I thought you big.
I'll be here.
Yeah, I mean, it's
I'll
all
be
right.
here too. I ain't planning on making no moves. So.
Me neither. Mike Leckins is tuned in. He had a good day too this weekend. Shane.
Big.
Yeah, I seen him. I seen him at the QV one morning. I can't remember what morning it was.
Yeah, I saw him at the Rack and Reel Saturday night.
Yeah,
I thought maybe he gonna slip up there and pay for our supper, but he didn't do it, Shane.
I like old Mike. I see him all the time on the river. I enjoy seeing him. He always waves. It's always fun to
He's
see
persistent.
somebody and wave.
Ain't no doubt about that. What were you saying, Kevin?
Well, Tristan called me this morning. He said, "Daddy, you want to fish the Turkey Classic?" I said, "Well, we can if you want to, son." We called back 2 minutes later and said, "We boat number 2."
Good. So you all gonna fish?
Yeah, I guess so. Me and him going to fish. Don't nothing come up.
What about rodeo? We off season rodeo? It's gone.
Now, go to Kentucky Friday. That last fall when at Murray, Kentucky, Murray State, and I'm going up there Friday, and then there'll won't be any more school rodeos till after Christmas, and the PCA finals will be in Biloxi, February or something. It's the early part of February. It'll be 4 nights in a row. They'll ride at the arena and have the buckle ceremonies and stuff at the casino. It's kind of like a mini NFR. Will be in Biloxi the first week of February. I think. I had to go back and look at the days. Sometime early February.
All right, Joe Allen, you had a great day Saturday. Tell us a little bit about Saturday's done sports, veteran sale, kickoff Black Friday. You already done kicked off Black Friday. Did you sell out of everything?
And the biggest thing was you should have been there to listen to the catfish tales that was being told in the back while we was cooking. It was unreal.
You should have had a camera. You should have had a GoPro on it.
I should have. We had Jabbo going. We had Big Bama going. We had Rusty going.
Bud was up in there.
Bud was there and listening. They were telling me stuff all about Claiborne down there before they ever had the dam in. I mean, you couldn't. It was so much stuff I couldn't fathom it all.
Well, the cold weather's coming. Did you sell all your cold weather gear?
No, but cold weather is coming. It's gonna get them in then. And if you have a leak in the boot, we got plenty of the cross boots keep feet dry. We got plenty of Browning and Drake stuff to keep warm.
All right, Shane. This Thursday night, crappie cash. You and John going to Florida with you this weekend?
No. John and Jessica, they got the tournament, the Alabama Crappie Trails.
Oh, that's right.
So it'd be John, Jessica, and Kevin and Jessica Hicks. They'll be on location Illy Henry Thursday.
Okay, that's right. They got the Alabama Crappie. They kick off the season this weekend.
John's up there. I think John just got up there today, so he's probably pre-fishing today. So hopefully he'll have something to tell us.
Neely Henry, what about that lake? Will it be how many, 10, 12 pounds? Is that what?
Yeah, it should be. They caught, last time I fished it, it's been 2 years ago or so, they weighed in some good fish. I mean, it took 11, 10, 11, 12 pounds. If them fish are active on the main river, which they should be, I think they just brought the water back up. And if they're active on the main river, John and Jessica should do good. So.
Have you and John done the in-depth podcast this week?
We didn't do it. We didn't do it this week. We didn't do it because he was going up there. So we just going to do the crappie cast Thursday, and just like I said, there's going to be. I don't even know if Tim Pentecost. There's going to be several people tomorrow night up there with him. So we're going to have a good show tomorrow night.
All right, and it's going to be on Shane Jones Fishing 7 o'clock on Thursday night, or the YouTube channel. Have we made our number to monitor YouTube?
Matter of fact, let's do it. Let's see. I don't think we like, but hang on. I'll tell you all in just a second. We're at 3827, and then we got to have 4,000. So we like 100 and. How many is that? Not many.
170 something.
173.
So y'all go.
Many more watch hours, so.
Y'all go to YouTube and watch the show. And
we hit that 4,000. We're gonna crank this. We're gonna crank this little learning stuff up. All the stuff we talk about here, the closing of the bell. I'm gonna teach you what not to do, and that's all I really can do. The fish are gonna do what they're gonna want to do. So, but the other stuff is in your control. You need to make sure you do all of it. So,
yeah, my accountant came over to my house Sunday evening. Shane was there. I reckon what we cost him that over there looking at your boat, my boat.
He walked out. He said, "Well, let me go over and look at this boat." I said, "Bruce, you better not go over there." He went right over there to it. I said, "Well, there it is."
All right, Kevin, Joe Allen, what y'all got going on this weekend?
Thanksgiving with the family.
Not this weekend. That's next weekend.
No, we doing one early. All them other families they got to go to, so you got to do one before they get.
What about you, Kevin?
I'm leaving Friday morning, going to Murray, Kentucky, rodeo at Murray State.
Okay, Kevin. Shane, you going to Florida?
I'm headed to Lake Talcott. I'm headed to Lake Talcott. Y'all be looking for some videos on my page because I'm gonna go down there and have me a time. So.
All right. Once again, remember this weekend is opening of gun season in Alabama in our zone anyway, and it's also a free waterfowl day if you are active military, a veteran, or a youth this Saturday. And the second season of dove season opens up this weekend also. And so that's going to be a pretty good weekend. Remember, at the Camden Baptist Church this Sunday, they are having a special Hunters Sunday, and they're giving you providing free lunch at 11:30. Then they have a outdoor comedian that's going to entertain the crowd. That's at the Camden Baptist Church this Sunday morning. So make your plans to attend that when you get out of the woods Sunday morning. Everybody be safe, and send me them pictures. Wear your hunter's orange, wear your safety straps, and anything else you guys want to mention before we go?
Yep.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We'll be back next week, same time, same channel on the Town Country United Bank Getting Outdoors podcast, Hunting and Fishing Report, every Wednesday afternoon at 5 o'clock. See y'all next week. Be safe this weekend.
Pap taught me every critter's track and how to set a hair trigger on a trap. He taught me to shoot, scale, and skin and make a snare with a leather strap. He taught me to be a part of the woods and all his woodsy tricks. Said you gotta walk soft on 2 light feet and try not to break no stick. I thank Daddy for my savvy, how to hunt and how to carry anything that I might need to get a piece of skillet meat. How to walk and how to hide, how to crawl and how to slide, how to sneak, stalk, and climb and do it all on